Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh. Hold up. Hell no. Did he throw him at Shedeur? Bro. Him right here. Bruh. Do y'all see this? It looked like, hold on, bruh. Did he try to sack Shedeur too? Bruh. Why is he on top of Shedeur, bruh? Why is he on top of Shedeur, bruh? What the hell? Look at it. Look at it. You standing over Shedeur like you helped him get set.
Can someone explain to me how Cam Robinson has a freaking job? Like, how is this exactly, like, what are we watching? How is this acceptable? Look at this dude. Look at this dude. What are you doing, brother? Like, you're a professional athlete. You getting buoyed on national television. We gotta be the only team that rewards ass. Because in no NFL world is that acceptable. Back-to-back week. Like, this is like, you already had 1 week of being on film. Now you putting the same exact thing on film the second week in a row. Like, why? What are we evaluating? How do we come out of these things and be like, yeah, you deserve to start this week? At this point, bring somebody else up. Like, there can't be anything worse right now. Like, at this point, pick someone up. Justin Pugh. I know you still blocking fans. At this point, come out of retirement and come block for the Browns because it can't be much worse than what we watching, brother.
Shedeur Sanders just watched viral footage of Cam Robinson literally throwing a defender on top of him during a play, and the entire NFL world is calling it sabotage. The clip shows Cam Robinson, the Browns' left tackle who's supposed to be protecting Shedeur, not only missing his block, but actually appearing to toss the pass rusher directly onto Shedeur while he's trying to make a throw. And then, after the sack, Cam Robinson just stands over Shedeur like he helped him up, when in reality, he's the reason Shedeur got demolished in the first place. This is now the 4th or 5th week consecutively where an offensive lineman has looked real spooky protecting Shedeur, and analysts are breaking down film showing Cam Robinson blocking ghosts all game long, missing chips, whiffing on blocks, and looking like he's playing for the other team. The footage went so viral that even the arena show broke it down, with analysts saying, "I literally feel like I could play better left tackle than him at this point." This isn't just bad offensive line play anymore. This is sabotage caught on camera, and Shedeur Sanders has had enough.
Yeah. That Cam Robinson on that left tackle, oh my God.
Yeah.
If there's not a stunt where that D-line goes inside and there's nobody covering him, it's a beeline to Shedeur every time. It's like he's not even there. And I literally feel like I could play better left tackle than him at this point.
Look, I need you to understand something right from the jump. This is now the 4th or 5th week consecutively where we've had an offensive lineman looking real spooky on the football field when they're supposed to be protecting Shedeur Sanders. This isn't a coincidence anymore. This isn't just bad play. This is a pattern of behavior that's starting to look a whole lot like intentional sabotage. And before we dive into the viral Cam Robinson footage that has the entire internet losing their minds, we need to talk about what happened just last week. Because Big John Batonio came out and said, yeah, I'm going to do whatever it takes to help Kevin keep his job. Hold up, let me make sure I heard that right. You're going to do whatever it takes to help Kevin Stefanski keep his job? The same Kevin Stefanski who didn't give Shedeur any first-team reps? The same Kevin Stefanski who gave Shedeur the wrong play card during games? The same Kevin Stefanski who started Dylan Gabriel's sorry ass over Shedeur Sanders? Why the hell would Shedeur Sanders fans want Kevin Stefanski to keep his job? This is the same man who assembled this offensive line that we're dealing with right now. The same offensive line that's been getting Shedeur destroyed week after week after week. And now Cam Robinson just gave us the most blatant example of sabotage we've seen all season long. So let's head over to the viral footage that has everyone talking, because what you're about to see is going to make your blood boil. The tweet says, "Look, I get it. It's still a pick in the stat sheet, but let's be genuine here. Watch the tight end out there, Cam Robinson." Now, when this footage first dropped, people were watching it in real time trying to figure out what the hell just happened. And when you slow it down and really break down what Cam Robinson did on this play, it becomes crystal clear that this wasn't just a missed block. This was something far more sinister. Watch the play. Cam Robinson is supposed to be protecting Shedeur's blind side. That's his one job. Protect the quarterback. Make sure nobody gets to him while he's going through his progressions and trying to make a throw. But what does Cam Robinson do? He doesn't just miss his block. He doesn't just get beat by his man. No. It looks like he actively throws the defender directly onto Shedeur Sanders while Shedeur is in the middle of his throwing motion.
Wow, guys, look.
Anthony Bradford and Daniel Falele combined. Wow. That is number 68, Cam Robinson for the Cleveland Browns. If you ever have a problem with ghosts in your house, don't call the Ghostbusters. Just call Cam Robinson. This brother is literally blocking ghosts all game long. Who are you blocking?
Look at.
What? Right?
Bruh, I can't make this shit up. Look at this. Would somebody look at this?
Here on this play, the Browns are going to run a misdirection where 44 is going to motion to the left side, and then he's going to come back right, and he's going to block this guy right here, who's going to be the free blocker. They're going to let him go through for he can get him on the back end, right? So on this play, Robinson is supposed to get to the second level. He's supposed to chip this guy right here and then get to the second level and block 48. Let's watch how this goes down. So he misses the chip block. He misses 48, and 48 winds up making the tackle. It was a great job by the running back to get Skinny through the hole. And if he would have blocked 48, he potentially could have got 10 to 15 yards easily on this play because the next guy to tackle him was 31, who is out.
Did he throw him at Shedeur? Watch it again. That's not a missed block. That's Cam Robinson taking the pass rusher and redirecting him straight at Shedeur. And then, after Shedeur gets absolutely demolished, Cam Robinson is standing over him like, "My bad, bro." Why is he on top of Shedeur? Why is Cam Robinson standing over Shedeur like he just helped him up when he's the reason Shedeur got sacked in the first place? Look at the body language. Look at how Cam Robinson is positioned. He's standing over Shedeur like he helped him get sacked. That's not the posture of a teammate who's devastated that he let his quarterback down. That's the posture of someone who accomplished exactly what he set out to do. Now, this footage went so viral that it got picked up by the Arena show, and they broke it down in detail. Let me play you what they said, because this is important context for understanding just how bad Cam Robinson has been all season long. The Analyst said, "I love watching Shedeur play, man. He's just so calm and poised in the pocket regardless of who's out there. And I mentioned this on my show, Safety First, is that every great quarterback has a safety blanket in a good tight end. When he lost Fannin, that was like a huge blow, his number one target. And you mentioned he doesn't have any receivers. Judy, he shows up and then he's not there, right? Even on the interception he threw, I thought he could have did a better job of making that an incomplete pass." But here's where it gets really damning. The Analyst continued, "That Cam Robinson on that left tackle, oh my God, if there's not a stunt where that D-line goes inside and there's nobody covering him, it's a beeline to Shedeur every time. It's like he's not even there. And I literally feel like I could play better left tackle than him at this point." A beeline to Shedeur every time. Think about that. A professional analyst is watching film and saying that if there's not a defensive stunt or some kind of misdirection, the pass rusher has a direct path to Shedeur Sanders because Cam Robinson isn't blocking anybody. It's like he's not even there. That's what the Analyst said. Cam Robinson is so bad at his job that it's as if the Browns are playing without a left tackle at all. And then he said something even more devastating. "I literally feel like I could play better left tackle than him at this point."
Robinson, man, the sabotage of Shedeur Sanders continues. There's no way, especially with this injury to Quinshon Judkins, there's no way they could even fathom trying to take a quarterback next year. They need to get some offensive linemen in there. Your first, You got 2 picks in the first round. I was thinking, hey, you go get you an offensive lineman and get you a receiver. Maybe you get you a Carnell Tate and then get you an offensive lineman later in the first round. You might have to go get 2 offensive linemen in the first round, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just gotta keep it real, man, because this is nasty work over here. This is some nasty work. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This Keep the Vision.
That's a professional analyst, someone who watches NFL film for a living, saying that he could do a better job than Cam Robinson. That's not hyperbole. That's not exaggeration. That's someone watching the tape and coming to the conclusion that Cam Robinson is either the worst offensive lineman in the NFL or he's actively trying to get Shedeur killed. Now let me show you something that's going to blow your mind. There's a Twitter account called 1K Takes that does film breakdowns, and this guy completely dissected Cam Robinson's performance, and what he found is absolutely damning. On one play, the Browns are running a misdirection where number 44 is going to motion to the left side and then come back right and block the free rusher. They're going to let him go through before they can get him on the back end. On this play, Cam Robinson is supposed to get to the second level. He's supposed to chip the first defender and then get to the second level and block number 48. Let's watch how this goes down. He misses the chip block, he completely whiffs on it, and then he misses number 48, and number 48 winds up making the tackle. The running back did a great job getting skinny through the hole, and if Cam Robinson had actually blocked number 48 like he was supposed to, the back could have easily gotten 10 to 15 yards on this play, because the next guy to tackle him was number 31 who was out of position. But Cam Robinson just completely whiffed on the block, again. On another run play, Cam Robinson is going to pull to the outside of number 19 and help pick up the defensive end. Watch what he does. Shedeur Sanders hikes the ball, and Cam Robinson completely whiffs the block again. The defender makes the tackle, and then Cam Robinson is just standing there looking defeated. A lot of people saw this and thought Cam Robinson was standing there like, damn, my bad, bro. Get up, Shedeur. Get up, bro. I'm sorry. But here's what's really wild about that. After he completely misses his assignment and allows the defender to make the tackle, he just stands there looking at the carnage he created. He's not hustling to help. He's not trying to make a recovery block. He's just standing there watching. The film breakdown guy said it perfectly. A lot of people want the Cleveland Browns to get a new quarterback. They just drafted 2 quarterbacks this year. They don't need any quarterbacks. They need new offensive linemen to help their quarterbacks out to maybe see if they have a chance to be good in the NFL.
Those are things that you want to see in a quarterback as well. I think, again, there's a game to where, he can look at the film and say, okay, I want some of these throws back. But I thought he did a good job of really just taking what the defense gave him. Jerry Jeudy, the wide receiver play, you look at the targets, it just wasn't there. Harold Fanning continues to show that he's an absolute beast.
Harold Fanning is a beast. Did Jerry Jeudy play in the game today, y'all? Jerry Jeudy, the one that got hands like a snake, did he play? I mean, God, Lee, he's supposed to be a number 1 receiver, man. Like, get open, do something like.
Facts. The Browns don't have a quarterback problem. They have an offensive line problem. And Cam Robinson is the biggest part of that problem. Now, people on Twitter are calling Cam Robinson a ghost. They're saying Anthony Bradford and Daniel Falele combined, that is number 68, Cam Robinson for the Cleveland Browns. If you ever have a problem with ghosts in your house, don't call the Ghostbusters, call Cam Robinson. This brother is literally blocking ghosts all game long. Cam Robinson is blocking ghosts. That's not me saying that. That's what people are seeing when they watch the film. He's not blocking actual human beings. He's blocking invisible defenders that don't exist, while real pass rushers are running straight at Shedeur Sanders. And you know what makes this even more suspicious? Just last week, we had John Bitonio talking about doing whatever it takes to help Kevin Stefanski keep his job. And now, 1 week later, we've got Cam Robinson putting on what might be the worst performance by an offensive lineman in NFL history. Is this really just bad play, or is this something more coordinated? Because when you look at the pattern of behavior, the wrong play cards, the refusal to give Shedeur first-team reps, the starting of Dylan Gabriel over him, the offensive line that looks like they're playing for the other team, it all starts to add up to something that looks a whole lot like sabotage. Someone on Twitter said it perfectly. Cam Robinson shouldn't play another NFL snap. He played so bad, it looked like he was cheating for the other team. Cheating for the other team. That's what it looks like when you watch the film. Not just bad play, not just missing assignments, but actively working against Shedeur Sanders. And you know what the craziest part is? Shedeur is still finding ways to make plays, despite having the worst offensive line in the NFL according to Pro Football Focus, despite losing his favorite target in Harold Fannin Jr., despite having receivers like Jerry Jeudy who show up one week and disappear the next.
Create all these narratives, and what they do is they run around saying all these lies about Shedeur Sanders. They've been exposed. Now, we're going to start off with Jason Lloyd. Jason Lloyd creating these narratives on these fake analytics that he wants to stand by and use these advanced metrics to evaluate Shedeur Sanders. But he's not evaluating Shedeur Sanders from his own eye test.
Most rookie quarterbacks would have completely collapsed under this level of dysfunction and sabotage. Most quarterbacks would be pointing fingers, throwing tantrums, demanding trades. But Shedeur, he just keeps getting up. He keeps making throws. He keeps leading his team. And he's doing it all while Cam Robinson is literally throwing defenders on top of him. Now, here's what's going to happen moving forward. The Browns are going to have to make a decision about Cam Robinson, because after this footage went viral, after analysts broke down just how bad he's been, after people started calling it sabotage on live television, they can't just ignore this anymore. Either Cam Robinson is the worst offensive lineman in the NFL and needs to be benched immediately, or he's actively sabotaging Shedeur Sanders and needs to be cut from the team entirely. There's no middle ground here. You can't have your left tackle throwing defenders onto your quarterback and just chalk it up to, he had a bad game. This is 4 or 5 weeks consecutively of the same behavior. This is a pattern. And you know what Kevin Stefanski is going to say? He's going to stand up in his press conference and give some generic coach speak about we need to execute better and we're working on fundamentals and all that other nonsense that doesn't actually address the real problem. But Shedeur Sanders knows what's really going on. The fans know what's really going on. And now, thanks to this viral footage, the entire NFL world knows what's really going on. The sabotage is real. It's documented. It's on film. And Shedeur Sanders is done being quiet about it. Shedeur Sanders just watched viral footage of Cam Robinson appearing to throw a defender directly onto him during a play, and the entire NFL is calling it sabotage. This is the 4th or 5th week consecutively where an offensive lineman has looked real spooky protecting Shedeur. Film breakdowns show Cam Robinson blocking ghosts all game, missing chips, whiffing on blocks, and standing over Shedeur after sacks like he helped cause them. Arena show analysts said it's a beeline to Shedeur every time, and I could play better left tackle than him. People are saying Cam Robinson played so bad it looked like he was cheating for the other team. The sabotage is real, it's documented, it's on film, and Shedeur has had enough. If you want more truth about the sabotage Shedeur Sanders is facing and the viral footage exposing Cam Robinson, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're bringing you the real story every single day. Let's ride with 12. Let's go.